Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 6 of Park Car Conversations. I hope everyone's doing well. And in this episode, I wanted to talk about the power of perseverance, the art of never giving up. I feel like in this generation especially, we give up on everything we do way too often. We don't see things all the way to the end, and once something is getting hard, once something looks tough and we don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, we just stop. We don't know when we're gonna achieve whatever it is. We don't know when we're gonna get that physique. We don't know when we're gonna get that job. There's no end date to it, so we just give up, right? It's like, for me, it's always been, it's not a question of if, but when. But a lot of people, if they don't know when the when is, then they'll give up. We have so much instant gratification these days, and I feel like that's one of the worst things for us. We have grocery stores readily available. We have cars, Uber, whatever it is. Anything we want, it's at our fingertips, right? For food, we don't even have to leave our houses. For groceries now, we don't even have to leave our houses. For anything now, it'll just get delivered right to your door. You want groceries, you click a few buttons and they're at your house. You want food, Uber Eats is there, skip the dishes, whatever it may be, right? And you don't even have to go to the bus stop to go anywhere. You can just call a Uber and go. Everything in life is too easy these days. So when we're faced with any little bit of challenge, then we give up. We just stop and try to do something easier, understanding that we only get better through trouble, right? We only get better through trials and tribulations. You won't get better by surrounding yourself with less. You always get better by surrounding yourself with people who make you be better. You'll always get better if you're put in an environment where you have to get better. It's the sink or swim mindset, right? It's, if there's a ship and the ship burns down, you have two options. You can sink or you swim. You can tread water, you can stay where you are, but you can't tread water forever, right? You have to go to the island or you sink. You can stay there and look around for a little bit, but you can't do that forever. So understanding the art of never giving up, you'll have to use the mindset of, I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I know it will. Not a question of if it's gonna happen, if I'm ever gonna be successful, if I'm ever gonna achieve that dream job, if I'm ever gonna find that spouse that's meant for me, if I'm gonna find that friend group that I've always wanted. It's a question of when, right? And you'll never achieve something if you give up. But if you always steadily keep putting in the work, then you always have a chance for it to happen, right? If you just decide to give up on the race, you'll never finish it. But if you just take it slow and you're tired, okay, you can walk, right? You don't need to stop, take the bib off and leave the race. The whole point is to keep going and not just abandon it and drop everything and let it go, right? You have to see things to the end, see things fully. Don't start something and not finish it. We often do that because things get hard, and our lives these days are so easy. So don't give up on yourself. And I feel like you have to understand you can't give up on you, but you can't give up on other people. We often will give up on ourselves often, and that will translate to giving up on other people, right? If we always give up on ourselves and what gives us a reason to not give up on other people? So it starts with not giving up on ourselves. I feel like often we don't think that we're enough, and we don't think that we're good enough to achieve whatever it is we want. But if you don't set a goal so crazy where you don't think that it's even possible, it starts with the belief of thinking that it's possible, right? It's only impossible until you do it. You think that, yeah, like, I'm never going to be able to do that, right? It's like, for me, for example, if I tell myself, yeah, I'm never going to hit 100K, I'm never going to hit 1K, right? Then I'm never going to hit it. But if I believe in myself that I can do it, then I can, right? Anything that you put your mind to, you can do it. And if I never give up on it, then I know that I'll be able to do it. But if I just quit, I just stopped and gave up, then I would never know if I was able to do it. So the power of persevering through the storms of life, right? When you have good days, you're bound to have bad days. Life isn't just good, right? So if you have a lot of bad days, then know that good days are coming. But you can't just give up and say, yeah, why am I even doing this? Why am I even putting in effort when I'm getting nothing in return? But it's understanding that, so a bamboo tree, it takes 10 years of consistent watering and taking care of it in order just to see a little sprout. 10 years you have to do something day in and day out and not see any results from it, right? And then after those 10 years, it'll start to sprout, and then you'll start to see that reward or that result of you putting in work for 10 years. And nowadays, people, if they don't see results in 2 weeks, if they don't see results in even a couple of days, then they'll give up, because everything's at our fingertips, right? We want that instant dopamine. We'll just go on social media and start scrolling. We want that instant dopamine of anything. We can easily get it. Nowadays, we just chase instant gratification. We chase instant things, when things that are worth it take time. Things that are worth it take hard work. You're never gonna get anywhere if you always give up. You're never gonna get anywhere if you stop, right? How do you know you're not gonna achieve everything that you wanted? You don't know. But if you stop, then it's guaranteed that you're never gonna achieve it, right? So always just putting your foot on the gas. And I understand that some days you can't put your foot all the way on the gas, but putting your foot just a little bit on the gas, giving everything you can that day. And some days giving that 10% may look different than giving that 100%, right? It's like, on days where I'm giving 50%, maybe it's I go to the gym, maybe I record a video, maybe I do some schoolwork, right? But on other days where I'm giving 50%, maybe it's just I'm waking up and doing some schoolwork. Because every day is different. You can't expect yourself to give the same amount every single day. And I feel like that's where we get disappointed in ourselves, and that's where we quit. We say, yeah, this day I was able to do this much, but the next day I wasn't able to do the exact same amount, so now I'm a failure, right? But you can't have that mindset. It's just giving your best every day. And sometimes your best looks different. Your best will always look different. Your personal best will always look different, right? You can't expect yourself to be the same every single day. You go through so many different things in life where sometimes you'll be here, sometimes you'll be here, sometimes you'll be way up here, and sometimes you'll be way down here. And sometimes we can't control that. We can only control putting our best effort in, right? Always giving our best, trying our best. But if you don't try, you'll never know. And if you give up, you'll never get to that end goal. You'll never get to that destination. So just whatever it is that you're going through now, whatever it is that you're working towards, whatever it is that you want, don't lose the vision. Don't give up so easily, right? And it's not just giving up on yourself and giving up on your dreams, your aspirations, but giving up on other people. I feel like we give up on people way too easily. So understand that people have gone through different things than you. People aren't the exact same as you, so don't give up on them because you wouldn't want them to give up on you, right? Treat other people how you want to be treated. Be that person that you've always wanted in your life. Be that rock in somebody else's life, right? Be the rock that when the whole world turned their back on them, you were still there. When they needed you, you were always there for them. And even if they can't see it, if they can't understand it the same way as you do, it doesn't mean that you should just give up and leave them, right? So don't be so easy to give up on people, and especially the people that you love, right? If you love somebody and if you find those people, don't give up on them, and don't give up on yourself. So I hope everyone has a great rest of your week.